Hello, 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 hello. It's another beautiful Thursday. Greetings wherever you find yourself. It's another edition of Sports Chat with KAP. Yes, your regular host, the most authoritative sports channel. I even see that. We went for a little break. Now we are back. We are back like never before. Once again, greetings to everybody. We are happy to come back, and I know you are also happy watching us at the comfort of your homes. This program is proudly sponsored by Richmond Entertainment and Businesses. For your programs, your live events, music, concert, everything, artwork, flyers, might be brave. Contact us and we will deliver, and you will never regret that you did. As always, today we are coming to give you some of the tidbits around the world of sports. Yes. And as always, I'm sitting at the studios of Richmond TV. And at times I can do it by myself, but with this particular topic, I cannot do it by myself. So I have very, very knowledgeable colleagues of mine. Yes, some okay. Let me just hold on. But I know I have a Manchester United diehard supporter here, and I have a Chelsea Football Club diehard supporter here. And unfortunately, whether we like it or yes, it is their moment to coffee or blue. Almost woo say the over one the cap be able to. I mean, this is the best time for you to be a Chelsea fan. This is a group will be a woo every day be a. But hey, it is what it is. Let me quickly introduce the team of the moment. I mean, let them have it for a little bit until the Premier League begins. He's Clay, a very, very good friend of mine. He understands the game. He plays the game too. He just don't understand. He plays it. And to be frank, if coaching were like you just enter, everybody can go everywhere and coach, trust me, he should be like maybe C or a B coach license. But unfortunately, you have to do your license, blah, blah, blah. But his technical and tactical understanding of the game is top notch. Clay, welcome to the studios of Richmond TV.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's been a while, and you've been missed. So I'm glad we're back on for the next season. Glad to be here to share my knowledge on, all things soccer, all things. I know we transition between soccer and football, but for today we're talking soccer. Just to say, for the next 4 years, the Blues are the world champions. That's all I got to say.
Oh Lord. You drew baby apple viewers. This they are money at you and you have to see you. Anyways, thank you. It's always good to have you, Clay, at the studios of Richmond TV because you always bring the viewers something good. They love to see, they love to hear your voice. Let me quickly go to what team required. Does the team exist? Hey, I'm sorry. Let me quickly introduce Fifi Blanson. Actually, Fifi, love of the game, he owns a team owner, team manager, Afro Elite, which I've coached before. I've led them to twice championship. Unfortunately, they were second. The only team I've coached in America that I didn't win any silverware with them is Afro Elite, a very good team in Maryland here. They play the Friday League. A very strong, die-hard Manchester United fan. I don't know. I think this is the worst time to be a Manchester United fan. A team no one kura kura kura. And anyway, Fifi Blanson, welcome to the studios of Richmond TV.
Go. Glory, Man United, Charlie. Thank you so much. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for staying with us. I know we've been gone for a long time, Charlie. When was the Arsenal for? They're not consistent. We're sorry, but we're back. And we're back for vengeance. As you said, the good days are coming. No more suffering. As a Manchester United fan, thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Charlie, this is one of the things where it helps the channel stay. The reason why we're able to bring it to you because Charlie, we ain't getting likes. Yeah, like button. When we subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. and then get your people to subscribe so that we can bring you more stats. Season the best team in the league is now becoming a team. So now, as a Premier League now, the league is nice. But thank you so much. I'm here to represent, as you guys can see, Nigerian Manchester. Die hard. Glory, glory, my United. What?
Hey, and the studio, you glory, man.
Bomber clocks.
The Blues, 4 years. World champions, please. World champions.
Conference League being in a giant.
World champions.
Oh,
all right, viewers. As you can see, we have not even started. Obia there. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Arsenal, what are the viewers? What are you going to free yourself? Anyways, this program is proudly sponsored by Richmond Entertainment and Businesses. It's live on YouTube. Just subscribe to Richmond TV. Anytime we go live, boom, straight up, you also get the live feed. Very soon we'll be transmitting live on Facebook too by the same Richmond TV. Welcome. Stay tuned, sit tight, fasten your seatbelt as we are ready to rumble.
Let's go.
But before then, on behalf of Richmond TV, the production crew, which one day I'll bring them on, someone standing on the camera, my producer sitting all the way at the corner there. It will interest you to know that the studio panelists know who the producer is. But one day I'll make it a quiz. If you're able to pass who the producer is, I'll give you a nice prize from Richmond TV. So on behalf of Richmond TV, myself, excuse me, all the panelists, we say congratulations to Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea, congratulations to them for winning the World Club Championship. Yes, the first time. And this one was big because a lot of teams came. This time was big. A lot of teams played it, and
next 4 years.
And Chelsea went in. They represented Chelsea. They represented London. They represented the Blues, and of course, they represented the league we always talk about, the Premier League. So that is very, very good. Congratulations to Clay, Max Saka, Nathaniel Clark, and few Chelsea friends that I know. Congratulations to you guys, and that doesn't mean anything. I just put this one there so that in future I will pick this video, and I don't want to hear that. Oh, Chelsea is now a complete team. Congratulations, Chelsea.
We're good.
Anyways, quickly today we want to talk about transfers. Some teams have been busy, some teams have not been busy, blah blah. But quickly, let us talk a little bit about Liverpool, and I'll start with you, Clay. In my opinion, I think, look, Liverpool have set a certain tone that they won the league last season, and they are not resting. Look at the signings that they are making. Frimpong is coming in. This is coming in. Oh, Etikite is coming in. And what do you make of Liverpool and their signings? First, the question is, look at the signings they are making. Do you think they are on the right path and they are on course to defend the league? Clear.
Absolutely. Before I even get into that, let me quickly, I just want to say last season, nobody expected what Liverpool did, right? Nobody in conversations, no one expected Liverpool to win the league, to even be close enough, right? Everybody was looking at Man City. With what they've done,
please,
I think...
Point of correction, they were looking at Arsenal, not Man City.
Oh, well, Arsenal was involved, Man City. Arsenal, always they fall short, so we don't even add them to the conversation. But I must say that they're on the right path. I think the league, the English Premier League is really tough, right? And you always want to improve. So with their success last season, you just don't want to rely on the same old good stuff, because with each season we realize that most teams are building upon and strengthening their team. So I think the signings they are making are great, right? Some people would say you might as well just give the league to them, because with the type of signings they are making, the one they are about to make with Isaac, it's probably a wrap. I think there's a huge element with Diego Jota, may so rest in peace, passing away. I think there's a huge factor there. With him passing away, that has also made open a lot of different decisions that maybe they weren't looking at. For example, I don't think they would have pursued Iketike at this point. I know they always wanted to strengthen in their left, on their left and right of the defense. So we're bringing in Kekes, Frimpong was great additions, especially Frimpong. And I've seen him play in their last friendly, and that guy is quick. He adds a lot to their team. Very dynamic defensively and offensively. Compared to Alexander Arnold, he brings something very unique that suits and slots team and the type of way he wants to play. With the additions of Iketike, he's got potential, right? You could talk a lot about Iketike and say, with the type of money they bought him for, there might be a little bit of pressure. He might not be as good as people think, because mind you, he played, as you know, when he was in PSG, he didn't really. He basically was a flop until he went to Frankfurt and things opened up for him. So we might have to see, but on the surface level, I think Iketike is a good addition. With Isak possibly coming in, I think they would have the best attack in England, if not of the whole of Europe. And just to go back a little bit, last season, I think their biggest strategy of giving Salah a new contract, that was a catapult to having all these players wanting to join, right? Players want to join teams where they realize that there are other good players that could help them, that could push them to greater things, right? Nobody wants to join a team where there's no vision, right? So I think they having to sign a new contract with Salah was a very big boost. People forget that at one point it was looking like Salah was about to leave and go to, Saudi. But with them keeping him, I think he's still the best player in the league. No matter how you look at it, we go into every season trying to sometimes forgetting that he's the best. I don't see any other player in the league right now who is that consistent, produces consistently with the amount of goals and assists from the wings. That's a great addition to them. So overall, I say, hey, Liverpool. I think in terms of the management, in terms of Ancelotti, they're on the right path. Other teams, I mean, we can be salty about it, but I truly think they're on the right path.
All right, thank you very much, Clay. Clay, let me just chip in this. Let me ask your opinion about this. When it comes to Frimpong, I watched him a lot. I've watched him play for the Dutch national team, and I've watched him play for our Bayer Leverkusen. I think he's like the Tariq Lamptey type of players. He fits in very well with the 3-5-2 formation. I didn't watch the friendly that they played. So is he playing? Is Slot playing the 3-5-2? Is just playing 4 flat? Because to me, watching our Frimpong 4 flat, he's going to be a little bit limited. The friendly that you watch, what role did he play? Or it was just a winger?
He wasn't playing him with a 3-back. It was more like a wing back style play. For example, they set up as 4 defensively when the other team is on attack. Mm-hmm. But once they are in attack, when Liverpool's in attack, he has the freedom to go up front. So every time they had the ball, you would see him right up front, and he's quick. His recovery is perfect, so it fits their style of play. So they are not necessarily playing the 3-back like would say Manchester United intentionally play. But for sure, once they are in attack, they kind of catapult in where Van Dijk and Konate or whoever is playing with him as stationary. But Frimpong has a license and freedom to go all the way up. So he's all the way up, which technically pushes the left back of the opposing team all the way back, right? It's almost like Hakimi when he plays for PSG. So they don't really play the 3-back, they play 4-back, but Hakimi is always up front. And his crossing, one of the goals, he had an assist and for one of their younger guys, Nyoni was his name, and it was a perfect cross. Like, he's going to be terrifying because he takes on defenders. His crossing is amazing, and he has a good eye for goal. So yeah, he has a license to go up the field, and it's very terrifying.
Okay, thank you, Clay. Fifi, same question. Liverpool, they are signing so far. Do you think they are on course? They want to do it again? Do back to back? Let's hear from you.
I think the Mark Edwards guy. He's being very aggressive. I didn't expect this kind of transfer market, and just like my partner Clay was saying, they have splashed a lot of money. I think they are probably the highest team to kind of spend almost close to like 300 million pounds so far. Like all their transfers are like, the Fabian Witz, I mean Kirkes, I mean Frimpong, I mean Ekatike. Now they're going after what's it called?
Zach.
Isak. I mean, we're talking about what five verse was like 100, almost 100 million. Everybody's north of 60 million. It's a risky, very, very risky transfer situation because now that means that you have to win the league. Like you basically have to balance the books. So that means the team that you're putting on in this table or in this league has to win the Premier League or win the Champions League to justify the kind of spending that you're spending. Because you're gonna break down that over the course of the years. I don't know. I don't think Jota should warrant that kind of midlife crisis transfer window where you're just buying anybody that is like, up and coming. There's no strategy to what they're doing. At the end of the day, you still have Mo Salah who's going to string you apart. You don't have a replacement for Mo Salah. I don't know what you're doing. Yes, Mo Salah has proven to be Mr. Superman, staying healthy and all that kind of stuff. But this is a situation where you're buying players that don't fit your play style. Yeah, Ancelot can do whatever he wants to do, but like Frimpong was playing right back or left back, and then you're asking him, "Oh, when we're attacking, you need to be able to go forward, and then when we're defending, you have to defend as a right back." Like you basically trying to say, "Okay, Alexander Arnold was in this position, but I want you to mimic the exact same thing." We're looking at a left back who was very good or a right back who was very good at passing, and you're replacing that with a specialist. You have to remember, Frimpong is a specialist. We always try to make these players into something they're not. So in all, I would give them, in terms of the signing on paper, I will give them a B minus. Why? Because Ekatike has not proven himself. He only had one season where he scored like 20 goals. He should not have been bought for over $70 million. Yes, is he possibly better than Nunes? Possibly, hopefully. But he looked like crap in the little the playoff game, that the little preseason that they had. He did not look like a Liverpool player. He doesn't look like a Premier League player. Then on top of that, you have Flavian. I think Verts will figure himself out. He's that good. But then you're saying that if Verts is going to be in that position, then where are you going to play Szoboszlai? You know what I mean? Like you're still going to keep Gravenberch there, in the holding midfield. Are you going to play McAllister and Szoboszlai, or are you going to play Verts and Szoboszlai? It's a confusing transfer window for me. So I give him a B minus because it's just like it looks like they just wanted to go get the best players just to say, oh, Liverpool is trying to stay on top of the league. I think they'll struggle. I think that it will take a while for these players to gel. And if they get Isak, it still doesn't show that they're going to be great. So that's pretty much my take on Liverpool transfer window.
Yeah, and Fifi, I agree with you. That's why I posed that question to Clay, because I've watched I love Alonso, so I really watch Bayer Leverkusen, and season in, like, he's a master class when it comes to 3-5-2. So he used Frimpong as the wing back, sprint and go and deliver, but defensively, as I said, he's like Tariq Lamptey.
Yeah.
He's not that good. So I was wondering, how is he going to trick the system? And personally, I think they have done well, but I don't know if he gets Isak or something. Selection wise, he's going to have headache, but maybe he's trying to bring some competition in the team. Maybe because Isak, Why do you go for Isak though again? But that should tell you Liverpool they just don't want to walk alone, and they want to go all out. That is what I think. But I think there's a little bit of shaking in his signings. By the end of the day, maybe he wants to defend the trophy, and maybe we are here talking. He's planning something good, and I think Arsenal's fifth game of the season will be against them at Anfield, which we are all looking forward. It's going to be a massive game. Viewers, if you just join us, you are watching Sports Chat with KAP, your regular host, and I'm not in the studio alone. I'm with some astute sports analysts. When I say astute, they understand what they are saying. They understand what they are talking about. The club of the moment, the Blues, Chelsea, yes, they are heavily represented by Clay. Clay is in the studio, and of course, Fifi belongs into a very strong, die-hard Manchester United fan, and the host, KAP. Menkyerɛ baby a but sɛ deɛ munya hu sɛsɛm hia yɛ so yɛ. So we will talk more. Now, quickly, let's zoom to Chelsea. And again, Chelsea. Okay, I'll just give it Fifi and see what Fifi will say. Because one thing about Chelsea, they always want to hear what their opponents say, not what they are cut up. So bang, bang, bang. And trust me, Claire will be in the studio. But everyone said now Maryland has say test to be soon. Or Brian be a friend MC. Now they won't come when she now. That's how Chelsea they operate. Fifi, let's talk about Chelsea. They are signing. So after watching Chelsea at the World Club Championship, I think they are set. Or maybe almost pre-season. Look at the goalkeeper. I've always have problem with their goalkeeper, but for this particular tournament, he was on fire. And João Pedro, I was like, why Premiership teams at times? I don't know. This is a striker who will not just go through the middle. Left, he will strike. Right, he will strike. And to me, the reason why I'm saying Chelsea are dangerous is, watch out. Now we will see a very proper number 10 in the person of Cole Palmer. Don't be surprised. This guy can supply, and he can also he just does score. He passes the ball to the net. So Fifi, the signings of Chelsea, what do you make of Chelsea? Do you think now the Blues, the Abramovich era, no, it is coming back again now, Fifi, with the signings they made?
Clay, what's your more directors now, more what is their name? Two guys, you know.
Oh, the clearly.
Yeah, sporting directors. No.
Oh, Todd Bowley and
no. They two young guys.
Yeah. Isn't one Edwards as well?
Edwards like okay. Yeah. So João Pedro is the best signing I've listen.
Agreed.
The best. That at the end of the day, right?
That's it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when I heard that you guys were going after him, the one thing about that guy is hustle. That's something, hustle with a finishing product. Let's say he gets 5 chances, he will at least put away 3. Nicholas Jackson gets 5 chances, you put away 1.5. And a half in a cry, like it'll probably cross the line. Nicholas Jackson is a good energy striker. He just can't finish. That Pedro kid, that boy can finish. Here is my problem. I mean, the question that you're asking is the transfer window. At the end of the day, the strategy you guys have, it's like one of the most, interesting transfer style I've ever seen. Sign players, give them 9 to 10 year contracts. When you spread that thing out like that, every year is cheaper. You basically are doing like NFL contracts. You're paying the majority of the thing on a sign-on bonus, and then you're paying them like what, 80,000? Like Cole Palmer's on like what, 90,000 a week. But the best signing, I'll give you guys Pedro. Your goalkeeper is going to be exposed in the Premier League. I don't know why you guys are not really pursuing a Martinez or someone, or Donnarumma, someone experienced. But you guys have something. The transfer window, I'll say Pedro is the only thing that will force me to give him a B+ because he's a hustler. apart from that, they've made a few future signings. Chelsea, what they do is they buy players. The Hato guy is like a future sale. I don't even think he's going to feature in the team. You know, so they're like buying, and then now they're talking about Garnacho. You know, hey, I think they'll get Garnacho. He will not play, and then they'll sell him for like 60 million or 50 million somewhere else. You know what I mean? But at the end, I'll say the Pedro guy, the fact that he's actually starting, he's actually playing, that's a B plus for me. So I am pessimistic. I want to say something about that useless team, but Charlie, you know, we're talking about transfer. So when it comes to transfer, I'll give them that. But if we're supposed to talk about the actual team, I have a lot of stuff to say. But for transfer, I'll give them credit for that. They're doing something really cool. They're quiet, but they're doing something really cool. That's my take.
All right. Yes, and like I said, I had this discussion with Clay himself, with Mark Saka. I mean, they are the Chelsea fans I normally talk to anything regarding Chelsea, and I told them that I'm surprised people didn't see, because I watched him in the Europa League. Like, he's clinical, and the good thing, he can shoot from anywhere. He's the striker who don't stand. He doesn't go through the middle. This is what I call a striker. He can dribble. Look at the combination between him and Kupama. And trust me, we're going to see a lot during the season, because they are very good. And Chelsea, kudos for that particular João Pedro signing. Clay, when they said the way I can go at all, like, Dregumen, what do you think? Your signing so far, Chelsea?
Oh man. You know what? For a second, I thought Fifi was going to hate, but thanks for not hating.
I'm a realist. I'm a realist.
I like that. I'll give you that. So the names came to me: Paul with Stanley and Lawrence Stewart.
I'm not gonna start
those two. So I think overall, that this transfer has brought a lot of hope and joy to Chelsea fans.
Drew,
I'm sorry.
Hope bang. Those two guys will not play. I'm gonna talk that.
Let me talk. I'll tell you why. When you're looking at the team we went into the season with last season, there were a lot of ifs, right? So, for example, when we're going in, we had Reece James, one of the best right backs, but there was always an issue with injury, right? So there's an if. The next if is the same right back, we have Gusto. If inconsistency, right? On the left back with Kukurea, he's proven during the Euro Championship that he's one of the best left backs, so there's no worries there. But then we never had a replacement or anyone to substitute him, right? We're playing so many games, you can't rely on one player playing one position the whole time. The next thing is if Kopama would deliver on the same level as he did the previous season, right? So there was a lot of ifs in our language before we entered last season. Now this season, right, the reason why I say it's been great and it's given us hope is that I think the only position that really most Chelsea fans would have an issue with the if is in goal, right? We all know that Robert Sanchez is prone to mistakes. He's not reliable 100%. There's nobody besides himself who's going to tell you he's reliable, right? So that's the only position we still have an if. But overall, I think we've done great. The transfer strategy we have with our new directors, we can look at it in two perspectives, right? On the business side of things, I think it's one of the best, right? They are making a lot of money from these players. They buy one player 1 year, the next year they are making double the money. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, it's amazing. From just a layman's fan's view, it might look a little bit questionable. Why are you buying this player and all of that? But these people have, before they came into the soccer industry, they've had other sporting entities they owned. They understand the business side of it. So I've always told even amongst my Chelsea fans that I'm not too concerned as a fan as to what they do. As long as we are meeting PSR, they know what they are doing. I don't care. As a fan, I don't care whether we buy 200 million or 300 million. At the end of the day, I want to see people play, right? Then that brings me to our coach. when we first got Enzo Maresca in the first year, there was a lot of questions about his inexperience in the Premier League and whether he could handle a team like Chelsea. I always said one thing, right? I would always give a coach one season to see what he does. It's one season. One season, let's see what you do, then we'll go from there. I think he did amazing last season, no matter how you looked at it, right? You can have your arguments about what he had, what he didn't have. But if any coach had Nicholas Jackson as a sole reliable striker for a whole season with the number of games they played and with what he delivered, I think he did amazing. Nicholas Jackson, like Fifi said, will give you the hard work, would run, would shove, will close down players. His finishing is poor. As a striker, we all judge by your finishing. We don't care how much you run. The other players that run all the time, right? Now we have a player like João Pedro and also Liam Delap, right? I'm going to involve him because there's a thing going here that people fail to understand because it seems like João Pedro came in and overshadowed Liam Delap. Liam Delap is an amazing striker.
Hey, please.
Hold on, I'll come to it. If you play,
you can't allow this blasphemy.
Let me land, Fifi. Let me land. If you play in a team like Ipswich with no supply and most of your goals coming from your play, you're amazing, right? And we got him for 30 million. Iketiki went to PSG, didn't prove anything. Frankfurt, he proved something. And they are buying, however much they paid for him. I think we have on ourselves two very capable strikers who know how to finish. The addition to that is João Pedro can also play up top or on the wing. That's an amazing plus. Depending on who we're playing, the coach has options to be dynamic a little bit. And of course, then we have Cole Palmer, who seems to be playing an amazing game now. It seems like him and João Pedro already have some kind of understanding going, right? I think if there are very few number 10s right now in world football that play at that level as Cole Palmer. He's an amazing number 10 that his understanding of the game is just almost like reminds me of Hazard type player or even I'm just saying if you don't hate. So overall, I think we've our transfer season this season transfer season has been amazing with players like Hato, with players like Isuego. These players understand that you're being part of a team, right? And if you want to be part of something good, you have to wait your chance. You have to get in there, show yourself, and understand that there are people that are playing on a top level, and it's going to push you, right? You either want to win something and push yourself as in a career. And remember, all these players are vying for positions next year in the World Cup. So you want to play with a team that's going to get you out there, right? We have that kid. We had already signed him, but it's going to seem like a buy for this transfer season with Esteval, right? Very promising winger. He's going to do amazing. He just got a flair and a skill that would light up the English Premier League, right? Obviously, he's very young. He's coming from a league that's very different, right? So it's up to, and I think Maresca has shown that he can groom and help these players come up. And a key example is Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto, for a while, I myself was questioning him, but Maresca has shown that with the right resources, with the right time, he can groom these players. So for me, Fifi gave us B+. I'm gonna say, I don't know. I think it's an A for us. I think this transfer season has been amazing, and also the fact that they're able to sell all those deadwood, players out and still making money. Come on, it's been great. It's been great. Besides the goalkeeper situation, I think it's been great.
I have a question for Clay.
Clay, I agree with you because
how can you agree to that?
Hold on. Let me land. I agree with Clay because, especially, I'll start from where he ended. Hey, Charlie, Chelsea will buy a player next year. I know Arsenal. You don't know how these people do it. Look at what is happening at Felix. The same amount for years on Boca. But the good one thing I've realized is Chelsea will hold on their player. If you want to buy. If you don't want to buy, don't buy. And anytime, they get their way through. Fifi, I'll come back to you, but quickly, let me go to YouTube and read some comment, then we continue. Kojo say, Royal Papa to the world. Julius, my brother, my good brother, Julius. I know he's also telling me the same thing wherever he's watching. He said, Brother Silva. Oh, Brother Julius, salute. King Gasti say, welcome, Sports Chat with KAP. Yes, we are back like never before. King Gasti says, Sports Chat all the way. Julius say, my greetings to all. Viewers, Julius, you remember, he's the goalkeeper, a brother who always is one of the panelists. As we come back, you'll see him soon again at the studios of Richmond TV. Gasti say, greetings to everyone on this show. And MC, oh no, Mark, because of time, we will do that next year. He wants to know whether we will do a full-in session. And MC, Mark, when Mr. Chelsea just said, well, he's home, but I'm not here to make so he wants a phone-in session. Brother, we'll incorporate phone-in session as time goes on. Whitney Murphy say blues. Yes, blues all the way. Danny Nettie say Arsenal is cooking. Of course, Arsenal is indeed cooking. And if you want to believe if Arsenal is cooking, all right. Now let's go to Bernard Holistic. Bernard Holistic, aka Iowa. He said, "Yeah, just be buying too many backups." He said, "You guys are just buying." Otema baby say hello, says Nancy. How are you doing? Very soon we will bring today's transfer discussion to an end because today we just want to discuss Liverpool and Chelsea. We will discuss the various teams as time goes on, so that it will be fair. We don't want to put too much of the transfer in one show, so that you have something good. Because trust me, we will be discussing most teams before the start of the season. Quickly, let me chip in this. There is a very beautiful league going on. It's called Montpellier League. At the right time, I'll bring in the organizers, and they'll come and throw more light. I've witnessed it. I've played some. It's just small pools, 8-a-side league, very professional discipline. I'll bring the commissioner, the organizers on this program to throw more light on it, so that anytime they call for registration, come and register. Teams, you can use it as a preseason. Fifi has played, myself has played, and we enjoy playing it. So just at the right time, I'll bring them in, and Richmond TV will throw more light on that league, so that league will come and crab. Now, Fifi, you said I shouldn't agree with Clay. Why? 5 seconds on that.
5 seconds. So the reason why we should not agree, I think that's blasphemous to even give them a name. Every single player they are buying is going to be sold next year. Every single buy, from Delap to Westland or whatever the hell their name is. Estavio was supposed to replace Madueke. If he doesn't break that team, he's going to be sold. That is what Chelsea do. They buy and they sell. They buy and they sell. So please, if you're a player and you're watching this, if you're in the Premier League, you're thinking about going to Chelsea, that is where your career will go to die. They have established their first 11. If you think I'm lying, go and ask that guy, your friend said, the people who play the B team in the Conference League. You will stay there in abyss. You will not play Premier League or Champions League. You will not FA and then you play a ET Cup. So please, that is my advice. If you are listening to me, man, call Garnacho, man, call Chelsea.
All right, Fifi, thank you so much. Garnacho, Uti Tree.
Man, call Chelsea.
Man, call
bench.
Chelsea.
Nkunku, they ball plus anybody for that place.
But again, before we bring tonight's program to an end, next time we'll talk about Manchester United, we'll talk about Arsenal. But trust me, don't sleep on United. I'll just leave it for now, because the signings they are making, and I'm hearing this Sesko move. I don't know maybe we are thinking Isak to Liverpool. Maybe there might be a U-turn. And Mikel Arteta, let me give you one secret about this sports director. So when they come, they give you 1 year. They will give you everything. Opa Tina. Now you tell me, dude, Masa. This year will to be continued. Next week we talk about Arsenal and Manchester United. But this is serious, viewers. If you follow sports, listen, if new sports directors they come in because they want to have a fair case, they will do what? They will let it go. Now, so if you do meme, they'll kick you out and they'll bring one of their own.
Host, before you end, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
As an fan, if Ateta doesn't win anything, in or out?
Oh no, to me, no, we should give someone a chance. Out. Straight. Out.
He didn't think twice. He did not even think twice.
Straight. Oh, I've said it to all my Arsenal friends. So straight.
Yeah.
And there's something that we are saying, you know. And your Emirates Cup and your Carling Cup. Let's get the record straight.
Champions League, you know.
And FA Cup,
League.
There's something, you know, there is something. Then when he was there, you see how he was shaking at the way. You know, you think we are
I am there.
Anyway, viewers, thank you so much for joining us tonight edition of Sports Chat with KAP. We are back and we will continue to give you more transfer talks, more transfer feelers. And today we just zero in or narrow everything to Liverpool and Chelsea. Next week will be Liverpool and Arsenal. Before we leave or before we say bye, Clay, what do you have for our viewers? What do you have for your fans, your loved ones, and of course, what your last take on Chelsea before we go?
I just want to say thanks for everyone watching. I think, you know, like Fifi said earlier on, like, subscribe. Let's get this going. It's a new season. Let's meet every time. I mean, KAP, you need to organize this. Let's make it more consistent. And thanks for allowing me to be on the platform to share my knowledge on, you know, what I know. But yet again, the Blues world champions the next 4 years. So yep, I'll keep saying it every time I'm invited on here. So get ready.
Okay, now if it becomes too much, that is where you are not going to get invited to come here again. Anyways, Fifi, your take on we didn't speak about Manchester United today, but I mean, as a Manchester United fan, I'll give you that platform and the show, and we coming back. And your last word before we wrap up.
Thank you guys once again. Like I said, enough for us to be here to talk about this and bring you more heat. Please like, subscribe, you know, share, comment, Charlie, you know, and Munti Anthony coach your friend. I want everybody to like, subscribe, share, you know, comment, and at the same time to please let's call Newcastle fans. Why? Or bleed. Call Newcastle fans, they are bleeding. That is my take on everything. Thank you.
You see, something just crossed my mind. Why did Isak waited when Arsenal got their man? Then he said, "Now I want to leave." I like
divorce. You're divorced.
I'm like,
yeah, you're big yellow.
I'm like, but listen, but Fifi, other school of thought are saying he because he's a Swedish. So he wanted to know that, okay, my partner, because I think if he was available, Arsenal would have gone for him. I think so.
No, I think the way the transfer market went. Listen, Isak, like why
once they were playing, what was it called? Checkers. He was playing chess. He had his own plan in his head.
Yes, he says, say bye. We don't have Champions League. We don't have any team.
Don't worry. Jackson is waiting for them.
No. We don't want Jackson. Please call your Newcastle fans.
Fifi, when these Chelsea people, when they started doing Madueke, I thought it was a
joke.
Don't
worry, he collect. He go collect.
Viewers, we should tell you next week you don't have to miss the show because next week it will be fire because we talk about Madueke, we talk about Arsenal transfer, we talk about don't sleep on United. They are signings. It's this year, I think this year, and to speak again, Pep. So we can go on and go on and go on, but this is where we bring the curtains down on tonight's edition of Sports Chat with KAP. Thank you all. Producer, do I have a message? Are we good? Okay, thank you all for joining everybody, MC, King Gasti, Julius, one Mr. Iwa, all your comments. We love you. Keep on supporting, like, subscribe, share, and remember, this is Sports Chat with KAP. And this
Bruno!